What's up, everybody? Oh my gosh, that is loud in my ears. Is that loud in your guys' ears? Let me turn that down. We are doing... Gosh, I thought I had everything set up. We did it! We're doing a master study stream, hooray! On the last day of January, it's actually happening. And I just saw in the comments that a few of you guys are already in February. In the future. Oh my gosh. February 2026. That's insane. But I'm still hanging on to January here. January 31st, 2026. Welcome and good evening. My name is Rocky Ballesteros. I'm so happy that I can start up this stream tonight and get on this Master Study Stream 2. Part 2 for this Jack Kirby drawing. Insane drawing. As I was looking at it over again and setting it up for tonight, I'm like, oh my gosh. And it's double insanity because it's a 2-pager and it's vertical. So we're going to have some like camera shenanigans a little bit tonight, probably, as I maneuver this paper. But this is part 2. I'm still continuing on penciling this time. We made some good progress on the first stream, and if you haven't seen it, you can go back and watch that on my channel. There's a special playlist for all the master studies I've done. This is the 10th one that I've been working on, and how appropriate that it's for the King Jack Kirby and a Doctor Doom image at that. So really excited to continue on with the progress of this with you guys all. And I'm so happy that so many of you in the chat showed up. A lot of people always tell me, hey, you should do a late night stream. And I'm like, well, first of all, who's going to be up then? And second of all, I've been pulling so many late nighters on other projects and work stuff and all that it's almost impossible for me to find any kind of space. So I'm really happy that I was able to carve it out tonight and get this going at a relatively decent hour for me, at least 9 p.m. on the West Coast. Usually if I do these late night streams, sometimes I'm starting at like 11 p.m., which is really late. And then it's even later for a lot of you all. But oh my gosh, the people showing up in here. I love that you guys are all here. Steampunker, what is up, Steampunker? Saturday stream. And make sure, let me know, you guys, as I play sound effects and whatever, if you have a sound effect, and I play it for you. Let me know. Last time I did this, I had just switched up a mic setup, and there was some echoing going on. It sounded weird. I went back and watched the old stream. And sure enough, especially when I was playing sound effects, it sounded kind of crazy. So I feel like my voice is a little high, so I'm going to turn it down a bit. So I did some finagling earlier this afternoon to try and figure it out, did some tests, and I think it's working okay. So let me know as I play these sound effects if everything sounds okay. Say what? I know. Speaking of late night, I have yet to take my melatonin and do my skincare, Steampunker says. Well, that's a great late night thing to get going. Late nights are great. We don't have the pressure of like being interrupted necessarily during the day. That always is stressful for me whenever I stream in the middle of the day. Like on Wednesdays, I'm always stressed out that some emergency call is going to come, or I have to drop everything and go pick up somebody or deliver something. So it's really nice to do late night streams because it's quieter. And this is a bonus. I actually got to take a long nap this afternoon. I've been so exhausted during the week. I just crashed and burned this afternoon, and it was really, really good to actually take a long nap. So that's another reason why I said I can do a late night stream, because I've got a little bit of sleep under my belt for once. I think that you mentioned that in last stream, so I don't know why I'm surprised. I did. That font, sorry, it's a little large. Can we take that down a notch? Ecamm, can we be a little bit more conservative with our font sizes here? Always changing things up on me. Why? See, now the boomerisms start. Did that make it smaller? No. And it just made the thing unbold. It can never be simple. All these things are important, but it can never be simple. Okay, we'll just keep it at that. We'll call that done. Anyway, great to see you, Steampunker. Thank you. Always readily available for the late night streams. See, she's even got it here. Late night stream, late night stream, late night stream. Now check this out. Who is here? This was a really pleasant surprise. Mark's Music Obsession. He made it into a late night stream. This is awesome, Mark. This is a huge change. You got to explain this. Did you take a nap? Too late for old people. Vampire. This is awesome. I was considering like messaging you on the side on Discord, and I was like, Mark's probably asleep by now. He's going to get upset. But look at you in here. It's amazing. This is going to be great. If you didn't already fall asleep by the time I caught up to your message. T Green in the house, Lindsay Rose.
Roses are red. Violets are blue.
I think she clocked out already. She said, I'm out. But thank you for saying hello. Hopefully you watched this back and we gave you the shout out that you deserved. But that's okay. I understand needing sleep for sure. Get that beauty sleep. Emo Trash in the house. It hath come to fruition, Emo Trash. A late night stream, absolutely. And all God's people said, Amen. God said, let there be a stream. I said I would likely work on my project while this was happening. Am I really committed to that? That entirely depends on an old person. Hopefully you're not talking about me, but I vote yes. You should be working on something. Everybody can work on something. Late night stream is, you can be a little bit more chill, a little bit more relaxed, because we're going to be doing drawing here, just chatting up a storm, talking. Oh, speaking of which, oh shoot, did I apply to all scenes? Yes. Booyah. Forgot to throw that in, shooting the fat already. But yeah, it's gonna be chill. It's gonna be chill, folks, because we're just drawing. We're just hanging out and drawing. Timmy Mello's in the house. Good evening, guys. I actually can kind of catch the stream, at least until I pass out. That is good news, Timmy Mello. Not working late tonight. Not having to wake up early tomorrow, hopefully. That's good. That's good. Late night streams are good every now and then. The people that stream all the time in the late night, they must be zombies in the morning, or they have like a flip schedule, like a graveyard shift schedule or something. But every now and then it's good to get a late night stream in, especially when you can fit it in. So it's awesome. Mark's Music Obsession says, lizards are falling out of the trees down here in the frozen for us in Florida, which is disgusting. I can't imagine walking underneath a tree, probably looking down on the ground to avoid like stepping on ice or something if you're in Florida, because you're not used to ice being on the ground, and then having a frozen lizard drop on you. That's I mean, do they shatter when they hit the ground? That's disgusting. That is gross. That's like the end times right there. Emo Trash says, consistently me and Grandma up at the dead of night in this house. Yeah. Well, at least you got company, right? Cranberry Langers is in the house. Great to see you.
This is a cranberry, full of power.
So good to have you here, too. The gang is all here. That's right. Emo Trash, it says it's officially morning on the East Coast for her. Casually hops off of Jay's stream. Oh, is Art and Times of Jay Ryan streaming right now? Whoops. I didn't mean to cut into that. It's okay. People could have multiple streams. Jump back and forth. Go visit Art and Times of Jay Ryan. He's probably done some cool art stream right now. Now we're in month 2 in 2026 in the East time zone already. That's insane. Yep, so fast. Did not consent to February. Different intro. Have you not seen my Master Study intro, Emo Trash? You know what's different about this? If you go back and watch the first part of the Jack Kirby the very first part that we filmed of, or that I live streamed of the Jack Kirby Master Study, the intro is wrong on that. I still had the old Charles Vess intro playing on that. It was a mess. That's a Easter egg right there. That's right, Late Night Master Study. Maybe I should rebrand it to a Late Night Master Study, because I always seem to do the Master Studies at late night. Rarely have I done one during the day. I think I've done maybe a couple in the past, but usually it's late night. And it's just, I don't know, it just feels right for drawing. It's like the quiet of the night. Again, less interruptions. You can just focus. They say every year it gets faster and faster, but I didn't realize how real that saying is. This is nuts. I still vividly remember Thanksgiving like last week. It's also getting older, Timmy Millo, I think. Have you heard that expression? The days are long, the years are... Wait, the days are long. The days are long and the years are fast. I'm feeling that for sure. Cranberry says, not that loud. Good, good. Already February. I'm going to be 22 and over a little of a day. That's right. That is right. Emo trash. Oh my gosh. 22. You're such a little whippersnapper. 22 is nothing. That is nothing. I'm more than twice your age. Emo trash. That is scary. We have camera shenanigans every time you ever touch one. I do. It's bad. Nice emo. I can strain and kind of remember those times. Right? When you think back, the older you get, when you think back on the past, there are many, like, you could probably recall a dozen memories that, like, are burned in your brain. And then everything else is like something will spark that memory to come. But it's amazing how much we obsess or think about or process or like stress over things that come into life when you're younger or just in your everyday as you're younger. And then as you get older, you realize, wow, I wasted a lot of time worrying about X, Y, and Z. And now that looks like so far, it doesn't even matter anymore. Like not even a blip on my radar. So I think that's the perspective of getting older. You have that perspective, and it lets you approach life a little bit differently. But yeah, 22, goodness gracious. I was just graduating. I'd already graduated college, probably in my first job at that point. See, I don't even remember. I don't even remember what I was doing or what I ate or where I was. We should place bets on who falls asleep first in the stream. That should be the vote. Who falls asleep first? I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to put that. That's going to be... Oh, wait. Can I do that? No, it can't... I mean, I would have to, like... I would have to put people's names. I'd be calling you out. That's a little shady. That'd be hilarious. Who falls asleep first and take bets on it. Happy birthday, Emo. That's awesome. I hope you have a great birthday planned, Emo Trash, and do something fun for yourself. Mark says, my money is on me. Happy birthday, Emo. Your birthday is on Groundhog's Day. We'll give you one of these too, Emo. Aside from T Green, I'm pretty sure she mentioned she's already gone. Yeah, she already won. She just came in here. She's like, I win. And she just passed out. Meltdown is done. Skincare is done. Awesome. Milk. Let me hit up the good old cough drop. Milk and a brownie. That sounds like a good idea. I'm not. Are you guys the kind of people that always have to have dessert? I can skip dessert here and there. I'm always like, I like appetizers. I can feast on appetizers, but dessert, I'm like, if we get a good one, it's okay. We should receive super chats for this, for just being here. Yeah, totally. Totally. T Green aside, or maybe you should receive super chats for being the first out. I don't know. The first one to pass out, but you won't be awake to see it. I too am betting on you, but I hope you prove me wrong. Ooh. Got snoozing in before this stream. That's right. I'm all wired up. How much is in the pot? Maybe I can win. Cranberry says I'm just going to be like for 20 minutes. Oh, you're going to be busy for like 20 minutes. Okay. I'm going to be busy for 20 minutes. Then you can come back here. Wow, there's some money being dropped here. I like that. I like that. Nap? Hyperactive people don't nap, even old ones. I can nap. All I've got to do is turn on the TV, and there's something about that frequency. It's like old dad wiring. Something about that frequency that makes me just like get really tired. I was trying to watch that new Wonder Man series on Disney Plus. Heard some good things about it. I watched the first episode. It was pretty good. I'm not quite sure. We'll see where they go. It's a little bit writer heavy. If you understand what that means, it's like they're very Wonder Man in history in comics. He's an actor. He's a screen actor. That's kind of his shtick. And he's also a superhero, has superpowers. And so they're playing that up in this series, as far as I can tell. But they're really leaning into the like meta. It's a show about an actor auditioning for a show kind of thing. And they're like quoting Shakespeare and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, feels a little too self-important. I don't know. We'll see. I like the actor who is playing Simon Williams. And then they also have Ben Kingsley in there, who he's been in a few Marvel films as the Mandarin, or an actor playing the Mandarin. So yeah, we'll see where it goes. I'll give it a couple more episodes to see where it goes. But the first episode was okay. But in the middle of second episode is where I passed out. Like, I just felt it. I was like, yes. Dark slumber, come take me now. And I fell asleep from that point on. Michael Bancroft's here. What's up, Bancroft?
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
It must be in the day, right? For you? Sometime in the day? In Australia? The only reason I may be able to catch a nap is if I am deathly ill. Emo trash. These things are going to catch up with you. I know it falls on deaf ears. That's how I was at 22. I do remember that about myself at 22, and I'm even still kind of like that at my age, when people are like, you need to get your rest. It's bad for your health. It is, but no. I'm going to stay awake and doom scroll. Or I'm going to stay awake and read comics. I'm going to fall asleep to your ASMR. Typical T Green is still here. But I'm going to help you with my ASMR. I just adjusted my EQ a little bit on my mic. A little bit more mids. It's going to tap into that sleep frequency with my voice. Good night. She's still trying. See, everybody thought you went to sleep. 4 in the Arvo here. Is that afternoon in Australian? 4 in the afternoon. Okay. So maybe, let's see, it's Saturday. Well, I don't know if it's Sunday afternoon for your Saturday. Probably Saturday afternoon. Oh, no, Sunday afternoon for you. So just winding down from the weekend, getting ready for the new week already. We're just finishing up Saturday here, so, or I am. So I still got an extra day. But thank you for joining Michael Bancroft. Jason Bascom, Unhinged Entertainment. Here for the Master King, Jack King Kirby, that's right. Great having you here. Jason, always so nice of you to pop in even when you're at work and saying, hey, I appreciate that, but great to have you here. Hopefully you can stick around for a little bit longer once I get drawing here. Turning 37 Wednesday, and thankfully no work that day. That's right, Timmy Mello also has a birthday coming up next week. That's great. Do something fun, Timmy Mello. 37, that's a good age. You're still in your 30s. Keep it going, man. Hang on to those 30s. Ooh. Yeah. Yes, I am. Scary. Happy birthday to Timmy Mello. Yeah, enjoy the youth. That's right. Rocky will be the second to fall asleep after Mark. You mark my words. That would be amazing if I was the first one, or in the top 5 to fall asleep on my own stream. I would pay money for that. I would drop some money for that. That was amazing. Michael Bancroft said, I was 22 in 2003. One of the best years of my life. Live in Germany, met Mel, graduated university. Well, dang it. He remembers. I met my wife earlier than that. So, I can remember those years. But that's awesome. Lived in Germany, met his wife, graduated university. Those are all very, very momentous occasions. Maybe get some Cinnabon if I can sucker one of my parents into picking it up. This late at night, picking up Cinnabon? Is it even open? Cinnabon's awesome. But I didn't realize they were open late. Brownies are amazing. Nice. Did you make them? Chitty chat. I'm pretty sure this is my third one today. Oh, dang. Turned 22 in 1990. Mark's music obsession. Talk about kings. Wait, you turned 1990, and here we are 36 years later, and Emo Trash is turning 22. That is frightening. Oh my gosh. Technically Never Enough was busy. Okay, awesome. I'm going to pull a MMO. Steampunker says, you're going on my... Wow, okay. All right, good thing I washed my face before the stream. Frightening. Always frightening to hear these things. Cranberry Ranger says, I'm guessing Emo falls asleep first. No, I don't. I wouldn't put money on that. Aussie slang. That's right. Wrong. Yeah. No way, Cranberry. Unhinged is going to be drawing and listening. Awesome. Love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Going to the art table. There you go. Get ready. What are you drawing, Unhinged? Let us know. Cinnabon. Oh. Okay. I thought you meant now. 58 in December. Woo. There you go, Mark. Killing it. 58 seems like a good year for you. 57, 58. Am I right? Better than 56. If making brownie mix from a box counts as making myself, then yeah, that does. That absolutely does. That is cooking right there. How else would you be able to have a brownie if you didn't make it and cook? I approve. I'm actually in better shape now than I've been in probably 20 years. What are you trying to say, Michael Bancroft? Like, that you like being this old? Is that what you're trying to say? I don't know. It's not good. When your physical condition, like we just had dinner with some close family friends of ours yesterday, and we were just saying, just talking about good and old. And when getting old becomes part of your regular conversation with your peer group of friends, you realize you're getting old. But one of the things we were talking about was, you're getting old when you get up from any position and you have to make a noise. Like, it's involuntary that you have to make a noise. And I'm at that age. I'm definitely at that age where when I get up, it's just like, ah. Oh my gosh. Not be brave enough to attempt Cinnabon this late night. Why? Yeah. Late night Cinnabon, though, actually sounds pretty good. Blood sugar. Oh, yes. Yeah. I can see that spiking things like crazy. Cinnamon. That's like pure sugar right there. Okay, I think I caught up. That'll be a different story by morning if I don't eat anything. Sean turns 50 in September, Rocky. Let that sink in. That's depressing. I don't know if you guys got to catch our last stream, my last Wednesday comic stream, but Sean got to jump in, just impromptu. We didn't plan it. And he jumped in. It was so fun just chatting, talking about art. We, in particular, were talking about the coloring on that comic Skinbreaker. And it's always been an issue for me. It's always made me like, I don't. Like, I like everything else. I really don't like the coloring. It was so funny to hear Sean kind of voice the same things I was thinking. And he even, if you guys didn't watch the stream, go back and see it, because he even pulled up a Photoshop file and started messing around with the colors himself, and it was cool. It was really cool. It's not like we're saying we could be better colorists than that particular colorist on the book, but it was just awesome to, creatively dissect it, critically think about how would you approach color in this sense. Why is color so important? somebody like David Finch is a monster of a comic book artist, penciler, inker, beautiful line work. He's killing himself. You know, people have said he spent 7 years working on Skinbreaker. And if one of the biggest conversation points is people not liking the colors on the book, something is off with the team that was assembled on there. You don't want people, the only thing people, or the main thing that people remember about this book that you've killed yourself on, to be the colorist, right? You want everybody to be raving about David Finch's artwork, or the story is great, or these characters, oh my gosh, or did you see what happened here? Not like, the colors are kind of burning my cornea, which is what I feel when I see it. But it's still a good book, still worth reading. But yeah, I wish they picked a different colorist on that. If I'm staying up, I'm having a snack. Do it. Do it, Mark. It's been the most common critique of that book I've heard. Very muddy colors. It's not even muddy. It's like really garish is kind of the word that comes to mind on it. Muddy in a sense like you can't focus on anything, for sure. I'll concede to that aspect of calling it muddy, but it's just like, it's just really over bright, saturated, and it doesn't help the work, the artwork, the black and white artwork. It actually fights against it and like distracts you from all the stuff Finch is doing in there. And yeah, that's, I'm sorry, colorist, but this is not your time to shine. This is not your time to like reinvent the wheel. Like, Finch is handing you on a platter gold. Don't color that gold. Don't overcolor that gold. Like, you don't need to do that. You just need to lightly touch it, help it along here and there, direct the eye. But it's just like, I feel like she was coloring it like on a beach, like in the hot sun, and wasn't wearing sunscreen, and maybe had her sunglasses on. I don't know, because it's just, everything is just like, ah. It's really hard to appreciate Finch's artwork. Okay, let's get started on this master study, if I even remember how to do this. So, here's where this is the image. Doctor Doom. Look at that. Beauty. My goodness. Gorgeous. And so last time, I was just working on the top half here. Haven't touched it since that last stream. This is where we were last time. So what I'm going to do is probably start filling out here the bottom half of Doom. So I taped the second page of the Bristol onto this one. And if you watch the last stream, the cool thing with this Strathmore like pre-lined out paper, this blue line paper that you can buy on Strathmore pads, comic paper, each page is like a single page for a comic book, and it's measured out and the guidelines are there. But they do give you like instructions if you're doing a double page spread, how you should format the board. So what I had to do was like cut off the excess sides here and then butt the two ends together of the blank page. So that's what I did, and it's really cool that they already kind of have figured that all out. You don't have to measure it out on blank paper or whatever. So now that we are moving into the bottom half here, I'm going to have to, I need the top half as like reference of where I'm drawing from and what connects to what. So I'm going to have to like unwieldily move this paper around as I do it with all the camera and lighting gear and my computer up here. But it'll be fine. It'll be okay. But yeah, this is awesome. And then probably after I get Doom locked in, then I'll work on the background stuff like the castles. Look at these awesome tree, this Kirby tree bark. Looks like it's so cool. It just has his touch on everything. And this like crazy Doom soldier back here. And then the lettering too at the top. I don't know if I'll be able to finish all the pencils tonight, but we'll give it a dang try. So the other thing that I do, or that I've found pretty effective here, is I like to flip between the original and what I'm drawing, just to give me a sense of, as opposed to like light boxing this or side by side drawing it, where you can really like screw up proportions or like placement of things. I kind of like to get a better, more accurate connection from original to what I'm drawing by flipping back and forth, so that you see what's there and then you draw a little bit, then you go back and forth. It's going to be a little bit more complicated with 2 pages here. It's going to be a bigger page that I'm flipping up and down, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it won't be too clunky. Drawing time. That's right. It's drawing time. Pencils are the foundation of everything. Yeah, if you got a good penciler, I mean, it's also kind of, it's actually a good lesson with just reviewing the Skinbreaker book, just to show you like comic books. I guess you can be an individual comic artist and do everything, right? So your vision is like clear all the way through. But a lot of people in mainstream comics, especially, and you work in, you have your team, right? So you got your penciler, inker, sometimes they're the same person. You got your writer, letterer, colorist, and being able to cast that team, I feel like, is like the editor's job, or at very least, it's the creator, writer, or the creator's job, whoever's spearheading the project, to assemble that team properly. So they must have done sample pages and like tried stuff out, and so it just blows my mind that that's the direction they wanted to go for Skinbreaker. Yeah, I was even talking with Shant. I was like, maybe Finch is like colorblind, so he can't really comment on it. I don't know. I haven't ever. I mean, I think he does painting, so yeah. I don't know. I guess that's what he wanted to do. I can't imagine him not liking the colorist and them putting them on the book anyway. So there's just some disconnect that it's not working. Anyway, but yeah, pencils, good pencils, man. It's great. You got to start there. This might be the colors, but I find the character designs nauseating, Cranberry Langer says. I'd argue it's the colors, really. It's a constant battle to take the colors to the point where they pop, but without overcooking the page. I mean, Michael Bancroft would know. He does coloring on stream all the time, colors his own stuff. Go check out his work. The Lucent. He does some nice coloring work, actually, Michael Bancroft. Really strong with his colors. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It ain't an easy job. And that's why I don't want to, like, poo-poo on this particular colorist too much. Because, hardworking. They're employed in the comic book industry. So they must know what they're doing. And I'm pretty sure, I don't think I have it here, but I'm pretty sure that she was a colorist on Cobra Commander, which I don't feel like the colors of that book threw me so much for a loop. Rocky, did you decide whether or not you were going to review the comics you didn't on West Wendish? I didn't. I mean, I have them here. I can. Let's just play it by ear and see how tonight goes. I do want to give good time to the this is going to be very unwieldy. I do want to give good time to the drawing aspect of this, but I can throw in, like, if I take a break, and can throw in some quick comic reviews and stuff. We could vote on them. I do have the straw poll ready, and we could. We'll see. There's a lot of books. And then did I post on? I think I only posted it on Discord. Did I only post it on Discord? That's something I forgot I was going to do. I thought I was going to post it on X too. But I fell asleep. But today I went to my comic book store. Normally I go on Wednesdays, not Saturdays. But I went to one of my local comic book stores because they were having a couple things. Today they were having a invite only sale on some of their graphic novels. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. Sorry, let me just get my bearings here. Because I have this little bump in the page. What would be better if I... Better if I just locked it down here. Let me try that. So they had this invite-only sale selling a bunch of their back stock graphic novels at pretty much half price off. So that was cool. So I decided to go to the store this morning to check it out, and I picked up 4 books. Some nice little gems there. So we could also look at those. I got more books to look at. But that was neat. So that's one thing that they were doing. It's kind of cool to get like a, private invitation to come in. It was just like basically all their faithful customers. They invited them to come. And then the other thing that they're doing, this is comics experience in the city, which is one of the main stores that I go to. The other cool thing that they're doing is they do this I think it's February. They call it their customer appreciation month. And every day is a different deal. So sometimes it's like on certain days you get free bags and boards with your books, or some days it's buy 2 get 1 free deal. So this whole month, every day they're going to have something to do, and they release a calendar explaining what it is for what particular day. But that's cool when you kind of do these special things for your regular customers. It's a nice little touch. I know some stores do loyalty rewards, and so you can like rack up. If you buy 10 books, you get 10 virtual dollars or something like that. I know some stores do that. So that keeps people coming back to stores too. You get little perks like that when you're in. So yeah, it's neat. It's cool to see what certain people will do to keep their customers happy outside of the normal things you would do at a store. I think it was undecided. Yeah. He said he was going to review them. I forgot if he said when. I'm Awake Won't Be First. Nice. Mark's Music Obsession giving us a play-by-play check-in. I'm compelled to draw, but I don't have any exact inspiration for something to make, so I doubt anything would be made at all. You guys can drop in the chat. Tell Emo what she should draw. We used to do this little activity at my studio when I had a studio with the employees for fun. What we would do is it was kind of like a coffee break sketch time, and we would put like adjectives and different words and adjectives and nouns into a hat and then pull it out. Have each person one person would randomly pull out what it was for that day. And then we'd all have, I don't know if it was like a minute. What was the time limit we gave on that? It was like a minute or like 2 minutes or something to draw it on a Post-it. And then by the end of that time, we would all have the same, subject, but everybody has their own different interpretation of it. It was really fun. And then when you put the time limit too, you don't have time to think. You just kind of, whatever the first thing comes out is what it is. And it ended up being really funny results. So you can do that. People just randomly tell Emo what to draw, and then she can draw it. You can draw Dr. Doom, Emo. If that's your flavor. And Emo Trash, I did not forget. Emo did win the December like question YouTube quiz questions that I put out there. I tried to do it monthly, but I've really fallen off the map on that. I'm sorry, guys. But she did win the last one, December, and the winners of each month, I would try and send out something like a little, prize or whatever. So I have not forgotten Emo Trash, and since I was just thinking the other day, since February, your birthday, I'll send you a little something. Sorry, I'm late on that. But I did not forget. So you guys can just see what I'm doing. I'm just flipping in between. Actually, it's actually clearer for you guys to see from this top view. Just flipping in between what's there and what I'm drawing. And there's going to be discrepancies here and there, but just gives me a better, closer representation or closer measurement of Mark, what snack have you acquired? A delicious bowl of cereal. Cereal's awesome. Cereal's one of those things you can eat any time of the day. And it's not, depending on the cereal, it's not super unhealthy for you. I'm big on Frosted Flakes. The Trader Joe's version of Frosted Flakes, at least. And I love Frosted Mini Wheats. Love that cereal. Wow, that was way off. Trying to think what else. Every now and then, Cheerios. Sometimes Cheerios leaves a weird, I don't know if it's the Honey Nut Cheerios, but sometimes I find it leaves like a weird aftertaste in my mouth. So, not super favorite. What other cereals do I like? It's like the Honey Nut Clusters or whatever those are. Those are pretty good. I was never into the Cocoa Krispies. I haven't had those in a long time. Those are really sugary though, but I do like Cocoa Krispies. Then you drink the chocolate milk. They sell that stuff, like cereal milk. I've seen it sold before. It's like that milk that's at the bottom of the bowl from a sugary cereal. People actually sell that as like a milk. I guess that's just chocolate milk. But I've seen it advertised as like cereal milk. Kirby shadows. So cool. Kirby shadows never had anything to do with realistic lighting. They were always just about dynamic mark making. Just however cool mark to add to his characters he would do with his shadows. I'll have that treat a little twig later. Cobra, Cobra, Cobra Commander. No one knows. No one. Oh. Nice song. Do a leprechaun sitting on a toadstool, Emo Trash. That's cool. I like that. Cranberry would probably come up with some good ones. A goth leprechaun getting into a toadstool tat. Tat. Draw a huge fireplace with a raging fire emo. Take a photo and post it. At least I could dream. How about drawing random shapes and forming a figure out of it? That's fun. That's always a fun exercise. I used to do that with my kids when they were younger at the dinner, in restaurants. Just draw weird squiggly shapes. I'd tell them to draw weird squiggly shapes, and then I'd make images out of them. That's fun. Draw your animals. All the thousands of animals that surround you. Drawing animals is always fun, especially now if they're asleep. Be a little bit more still. As an on cue, my cat just started snoring. A cloud greeting offended by the sun. Dr. Doom is what you're looking at now, right? Yes. Yes, I'm drawing Dr. Doom. Emo Trash, draw a picture of Rocky drawing a picture. Make it a drawception. A cloud getting offended by the sun. Can you do that without giving the cloud and the sun a face? I don't know. That's a challenge. It's a great leg. Discrepancies. Throw it out. It must be perfect. Can't have any discrepancies drawing the king. I did see one book today at the comic store. It was a compilation book of, oh gosh, what was the name? Jack Kirby drew a comic about like a gang of kids. It was like not the push-ups, but not the cut-ups. Some I think Up was in the name. I don't know, somebody can look it up for me, but I was like, I had never heard of this before. It was interesting to see Jack Kirby just draw it. You know, it wasn't a superhero book. It was just kind of everyday life. But it was like kids in a, I don't know if they were a gang. It was just a neighborhood. It seemed like a neighborhood group of kids, and they were dealing with like real life issues. But it was drawn in the Jack Kirby style. So it was like, wow, this is crazy, because he's known for his superhero and otherworldly stuff, so to see him draw like normal subject matter was a bit odd. Needless to say, I did not did not pick that up. It's a great leg. It's just like bursting off the page. It's great. Kind of down with the design. Problem is I suck at drawing armor. Nah. Just got to put some like metal reflections and then just joints everywhere, and then you got armor. Look at Kirby. It's not like he's not referencing medieval armor here. He's putting big bolts, pivot points here, just lines, and then all this metal reflection or stylized metal reflection. Done. Dr. Doom's in armor. It's not that complicated. Honey clusters heated up a bit since it's cold. Everything's warmed up for Mark. Yeah, that ain't no joke, all that snow coming into everybody. 2, 3, 4, 5. Tried so hard to teach myself, but it just ain't coming to me. I don't eat cereal very often, so I couldn't tell you my favorite. Really? Frosted Flakes does not sound very healthy. I mean, you're not eating it for... You're definitely not eating it for the fiber. It's just kind of sugar on little... sugar on little, like, crispy golden flakes of awesomeness. And the best part of Frosted Flakes is like right when you pour the first milk on them. I do not like soggy Frosted Flakes at all. So it's gotta still have the crunch on it. Yeah, these marks, I mean, they're not like subtle. I mean, you can just see it the way I'm drawing it. They're not like subtle, like, you know, like hatch, 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 craft, craft. They're like, just like really big gestures. And I think because the way to create these shapes is you gotta like, you know, they're big movements, fast movements. I think that just translates to the energy of his drawings. They just feel like they're just made out of energy, you know. And that's what made them so bold and exciting, and there's no like subtle acting or, you know, quiet moments going on in a Kirby drawing. It's always blasting you in your face. Michael Bancroft says, I eat protein and Nutrigrain. Oh man, that sounds like an old person's cereal. No wonder why you're healthier now than you were when you were 22. Nutrigrain? You might as well be eating Weetabix. My wife introduced me to Weetabix. Because she grew up with it. I never ate Weetabix as a kid. I'm like, this is horrible. This is a horrible... It's like eating a haystack. A mini haystack. A dry mini haystack. And then it becomes like mushy haystack after a few seconds. The leg. If you are familiar with Mike Mignola's artwork, he draws, he's best known for being the creator, author, artist on Hellboy. He was highly influenced by Kirby, and it's funny because you look at his designs or his drawings, and he has all these like, his characters sometimes have these like tick marks kind of in their bodies like that, but he gets that from Kirby. Let me look at it here. Like he totally gets that from Kirby. You know, like shadows aren't realistic. They're just marks that like add to the energy, but he does these so good. This is some of his earlier Hellboy work. Yeah, this stuff, it's very much Kirby influenced. That. There's nothing realistic about that. That's all just about this motion. And all the marks are going this way. So much energy in that. Pow! That's exactly where he's getting from his Kirby stuff. Pretty cool. Michael Bancroft, it is, and not sure where Rocky got the idea that cereal isn't that unhealthy. Cereal isn't that unhealthy. I never said it was healthy. Did I say it was healthy? As like a snack. You know, like you're not eating brownies. I think a bowl of cereal is probably a little bit more healthy than a piece of cake. I think. I don't know. There is some high sugar content in some cereals, but depends on the cereal. Depends on the cereal. Oh, I do like this. Trader Joe's sells their own like chocolate granola. That's pretty good. Used to be hooked on that. I'm gonna do this sideways to like change up my eye line, like reset my eye a little bit. It's funny, I hear that term in like professional sports. I thought a sneeze was coming out. Like in baseball, if somebody is going against a pitcher that they've seen before, or the pitcher just has their number and knows how to like pitch, strike them out, they kind of have to, sometimes they have to reset their eye, like step away from the plate, close their eyes, go back and look and reset it so that they can get a better view of the ball coming out of his hand. And similarly, sometimes when you turn the page, flip it upside down, move it around, if you draw digitally, if you flip the drawing, mirror the drawing, it helps reset your eye. You don't get stuck in the same rut. So sometimes I do that. I did hear an interesting thing. One of my friends is into like marksmanship, so like shooting, like at the gun range, or like bow and arrows, and BB guns and all that kind of stuff. And he was saying that you have there's a such thing as like having a dominant eye, as far as I mean, I knew you like have dominant eye, but he was saying something like when you close your eye, and whichever eye you close, and the subject moves the most, I think your dominant eye is the other one. Did I get that right? So it's like you're looking at it with both eyes open, you close one, and depending on which one moves the most when you close it is your less dominant eye, or something like that. Because he was saying that one of basically it came out because one of our friends went shooting with him, and he kept getting the target right, but it was always off to the side, and he realized that he had to switch which eye he was closing to be able to get more of an accurate shot, which I thought was interesting. It wasn't just like, just close one eye. It had to be a specific eye because he was, whatever, left eye dominant or right eye dominant. So I never knew that. I wonder how that affected like drawing them. Whoa. This cereal has a lot of fiber, so a good carb offset at least. It's good to know. Honey clusters. Emo Trash only has 2 animals. One is asleep. If I were to draw him, it would just be the cage with a blanket over it. You could draw still life, you know? Shoot. Rocky's next match is going to be him drawing his favorite cat. I have drawn my cats before. I haven't drawn them recently, though. I should. I haven't been drawing from life as much as I should recently. It's really ironic, too, because anybody who is, like, studying art or wants to get into art and they ask me, like, what should I be doing? I said, just keep a sketchbook. Draw all the time. You need to be always drawing. You need to always be exercising muscle, and I don't do it myself. I'm too lazy. At least the connection point here, or the seam between the 2 parts of this drawing, I wasn't far off. Flipping this page is a little hard. Because I can't get a grip on the edge of the paper. It's too large. Here come the sound effects. Gotta do it. Art for real. Be having people admiring the most random things. Frosted Flakes are not healthy. Your surmising was true. Nobody said Frosted Flakes were healthy. Did I say that? I just said in general I thought cereal was more healthy as a snack than other choices you could make. I mean, if your snack is eating carrot sticks and celery, then okay, not that healthy. But usually when people say snack, they're like chips or cake or, you know, cookies. I think cereal, depending on the cereal you pick, is a healthier option. Because you're getting milk, protein, some fiber-ish stuff, and if you're really good, you throw some fruit in there. I love throwing some like cut strawberries or blueberries. It's always nice. I'm not a big fan of bananas in cereal because I don't know, something about wet bananas, it's not appealing to me. But I do like blueberries and strawberries. There's usually some sort of, not in Frosted Flakes, because we're knocking the Frosted Flakes, but there's usually maybe some sort of nuts in there. Those are always good. But Frosted Flakes they just taste good. Michelle will be bummed she missed the stream. She's been asleep for a couple hours now. At least went home from bed then. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. How has she been liking the streams, Mark? Is this like a whole new world for her, or did she watch streams before? Like, I'm assuming other subject matter, not like comics or art or whatever, maybe other streams. But was she into streams or YouTube before she met you, or were you the one who introduced her to this crazy world? I'm really curious. Somebody who has no interest or hobby of, say, comics, and then comes into this and starts watching these streams. I really wonder what they must think. That's the craziest thing with the YouTube, and I think just the internet in general, of like how niche you can find other people that like the things you like. Before the invention or the advent of the internet, I mean, yeah, you found the occasional people that were into your stuff, but it was like few and far between. And once you found them, you were like hanging on to them for dear life. At least the stuff that, with comics and nerdy stuff like that. Not until I got to art school did I really meet a lot of people that were into the same stuff that I was into. It would just be like one or two friends. Which reminds me, I need to get back in touch with my buddies, Tick and Fred, who were at the very beginning when I launched this YouTube stream. I streamed with them, and they were my childhood buddies from middle school I got into comics with. But it was like that. Meeting those friends, it's like once you found them, then you were just like always hanging out with them, always talking with them because they like the stuff you did. But now you can just find people that are into anything that you like, really specific stuff. Somebody was telling me the other day that we were talking about the movie How to Train Your Dragon, and I was asking her, I was like, I loved the original animated film, but recently they did a live action remake, which I was like, why would you do that? So I asked her, she said she was a big fan of How to Train Your Dragon. I asked her, did you see the live action one? She was like, oh, well, no, I'm part of this group. We're like How to Train Your Dragon fans, and when the movie came out, we sent a few of them to go see the movie and recon back to the rest of us to tell us if it was worth seeing, and they all said it wasn't, and so we didn't see it. Like, as a group, they collectively didn't see it, and I'm like, there's a whole How to Train Your Dragon group of people that are just out there checking out the How to Train Your Dragon stuff. That's pretty specific, but pretty awesome. And then I told her about, where's this? Where's my book? Oh yeah. I'll just share it with you guys because I happened to pull it out because I'm going to bring it to Charlie. I was like, well, I did see the How to Train Your Dragon live show that they did. And she was like, you saw that? This is really cool. Look at these puppets. Amazing. Like, this is cool to see. I don't want to see a CG movie with live action actors that is like a frame by frame reproduction of the animated film. Like, why do that? But to do it, to like give it a different form, that's amazing. Really cool. I saw this years ago, but I got the catalog just because I just love the puppetry, and they worked with some fantastic animatronic people in this. I think the Henson group was part of this too. But yeah, she's going to freak out when she sees this. But yeah, apparently there's a whole group of How to Train Your Dragon fans out there that do this. And they all have a Discord channel. They're all friends on Discord. Okay, let's see. That's a good. Look at that. It's pretty epic with that leg in there. Everyone is streaming. Really? Who else is streaming? Currently, Rocky and Jay Ryan are the only two you subscribe to that are streaming at the moment. And I appreciate that you're here, Steampunker. Thank you so much. It's Rocky J and now a third one that's popped up. I hope so, Cranberry. She had to walk her pup in this freezing. Oh, see, that's why I don't. That's why I'm a cat person. I love dogs. I really do. I don't love the fact that you have to go walk them in whatever weather. Like, and I know my family, like, they all want a dog, but I know I will be the one who would have to walk that stupid dog in bad weather. And then afterwards, depending on the size of the dog, you would have to, clean it when it came in from the weather. No thanks. No thank you. So yeah, love dogs. I just don't want to own one. And we don't even live in an area of the city, an area of the country that has that inclement weather or that extreme weather. But I still was like, no, I don't want to worry about it in the middle of the night, having to take it out. No thanks. I just want the lazy cats that just do their thing. Still can get the love. Or the fur cuddles. Oh, my cat's is sleeping behind me already. Oh yeah, I said that. Turn your brain off seems to help me maybe draw upside down Nemo. Like literally hang upside down and draw. Blood rushing to your face. I'm pretty sure that's what Cranberry was thinking. What do they call those? Inversion tables. Get one of those and then draw. Really come up with some inspired stuff. Okay, this is the most epic skirt. Only cereal I can think of right now that I like is Cocoa Puffs. I don't like the puff part of Cocoa Puffs. I love Cocoa whatever. Like, I love chocolate stuff. But Cocoa Krispies have a better texture for me than Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa Puffs sometimes, like, tear into your gums because of that corn whatever. That corn puff. Monsanto corn puff. I think it was my daughter was telling me, like, in was it chemistry class or science class, they were learning about how engineered corn is. Like, it's all engineered. You don't think about it. At least I don't think about it until somebody tells me. I'm like, oh. No wonder why it tears my gums when I eat corn puff cereal. It's not real. Top 2 favorite cereals. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I've heard that one. That's on a lot of people's lists. That one's good. It's a little sweet for me, though. Even though I say I like Frosted Flakes. It's a little sweet. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Honey Bunches of Oats are good. Yes. Frosted Mini Wheats. Yes. Yes. Something healthy, unhealthy. That's what I like to tell myself. Chocolate Frosted Sugar Bombs. Captain Crunch tears up my gums. Remember those commercials? That bird. Weetabix is delicious. No. No. If you want to live to be immortal, eat Life cereal like George. It's in the name. Mo Biggs finally came.
Better known as Mo, Big wasn't always the confident voice we hear today.
Life cereal. What is Life cereal? Have I ever eaten Life cereal? What is it? I can't even remember what Life cereal looks like. Is it just like cornflakes? Okay, now you got me. I gotta look up what Life cereal looks like. Oh, yeah. Life cereal's good. Yeah. I love those. It's like kind of corn, like Chex. I like Chex. They used to be really, really popular. What's all this then? This is a master study of Jack Kirby, Mo Biggs. Were you not here at the first one? Come on now. How are you doing, Mo Biggs? Nice to see you. Since it's coming up on February, I'm still in January. January 31st myself. But once it hits February, I should be able to give away some more gift memberships for my channel too. Mark, apparently not, as I have not had them in who knows how long. Cocoa Puffs. He's trying to butch Jack Kirby's unhealthy. Butcher Jack Kirby, not butch. Cookie Crisp? I love the advertising campaign for Cookie Crisp. The concept of Cookie Crisp I thought was really good as a kid. But then when I ate it as a kid, I was like, I don't know. It was too hard. There's something about that, like the timing and the ratio of like crunchy to soft once it softens up is very important for me for cereals. Because nobody likes to eat a bowl of mush. Or some people do. The people who like Weetabix do. But then you do not want it also to be too hard that it like tears up your mouth while you're eating it the whole time, or too hard to chew. So it just has to have that right timing and balance of crunchy to soaking in the milk. And I felt like Cookie Crisp, like it would keep that crispiness at the beginning, and it'd be almost too hard because they're like those mini shaped cookie things. And then all of a sudden they would just absorb all the milk and just turn into mush. And I never liked it. So I was like, this is genius. Mini cookies for a cereal. But then after I ate it, I was like, I don't like this. But I did like as a kid, I liked the commercial campaign. All right, now. All these epic folds. Looking forward to Rocky noticing I'm here in about 40 minutes. Was it 40 minutes? Oh my gosh, we've already been streaming for an hour and 26 minutes. That's insane. Talk about time moving fast. Goodness gracious. This is awesome. I'm so glad we were able to do this. Welcome to the slumber party. That's right. Pull up your sleeping bag. I love it. Mark's Music Obsession is here at 10:30 my time. I can't remember, Mark. Are you 3 hours ahead or 2? I can't remember if you... I think you're 3 hours ahead. Are you 3 hours ahead or 2? I think maybe 2. So 12:30 your time, or even 1:30 possibly. Oh my gosh, Mark, killing it. Emo Trash, this is normal for you, but I know you also are 3 hours ahead. Frosted Flakes and Fruit Loops. Oh, Fruit Loops I don't like at all. Hey, I do not regret my decisions to eat sugary treats, surgery treats. Oh yeah, remember you don't like walnuts. Brownies are superior with walnuts. I do like walnuts and brownies. Brownies for me have to be chewy, not cakey. And yeah, have a nice texture in there. Wait, what is this behind? Oh, this is his cape. I was like, what is this huge shape? It's all blackened out here. When in doubt, black it out. I will never understand the fascination with adding nearly flavorless walnuts to practically every dessert. There are other nuts out there. I used to put pecans in mine when I actually ate them. Pecans are good in brownies. I've had good almond slivers, awesome. Hazelnuts. I do like hazelnut flavor measured. I don't overly like hazelnut flavor, but I do like Nutella. And actually this afternoon I bought a slice of cake from a bakery, and I was just trying it. I actually haven't tried it yet. My wife tried it, but I haven't tried it yet. It's hazelnut. It's hazelnut cream, but it has Bailey's Irish cream mixed in there too. So they called it a basilnut cake, which was cute. I love exploring, like my wife will tell you about this, or my kids too will tell you about this. I love always exploring like new things, like trying out new bakeries, new whatever. And also like interesting combinations of food or ingredients in food. Like I'm the kind of person that goes into those chocolate shops that They put like a sprig of thyme and a pinch of cardamom in the chocolate, or they mixing cayenne pepper and lemon zest or whatever. I always love those kind of weird combos. All right, let's get to this other leg. Boom, boom, boom. It's funny because the actual things that are taking me the longest in this drawing, and this drawing is flowing relatively fast, but the things that are taking me the longest are the shadows. All these like fancy, dynamic, stylized shadows that Kirby draws. Since there's no rhyme or reason to it, it's like, oh, I gotta make sure I capture it. Capture the shape, right? Otherwise, it won't feel like a Kirby shadow. Mobig's only thing added to these brownies was a side of stubbornness. I was trying to get them out of the pan. Michael Bancroft says, wow, sorry, I am far behind. I'm right-handed, but left-eye dominant, which means I'll never reach my dream of being an Olympic gold medalist archer. Have you ever seen there were a bunch of memes, but the photographs of the marksmen, the people who are like Olympic marksmen that like shoot targets, like with pistols, and they have all these like contraptions for their eyes and like measuring things, and then they just sit there and they like, they shoot. And then there's that one meme of a guy, was he like Swedish or German or something like that, and he totally looked like a dad bod kind of dude, like really casual, and he would just kind of stand there and just be like, he was like really good. I think he got like silver medal, and then the other person was like this Asian lady who had all this like technical equipment. I think she got gold. But yeah, if your dominant hand is different than your dominant eye, then probably you're gonna run into some problems. Eye dominance doesn't affect drawing, just accuracy at a distance. Oh, okay. There we go. Thank you, Michael Bancroft, for dropping the facts. That would help. Whenever Bancroft does a color stream, he makes a dominant, psychotic expression like when Rocky Dude. I love it. How I know the melatonin is kicking in is when my dad starts sawing some absolute logs downstairs. Oh, like snoring? I was like, wait, he's sawing? Mark's music obsession still awake. Amazing. You guys are fantastic. I bid you adieu. See you later, Cranberry. Thank you for being here. Called it. Cranberry Landers bowing out. That's very current. I get the reference, Mobiggs. I get the reference. And that video is insane. If I recall the one you are probably talking about. My blood sugar has risen since I last mentioned it. Are you testing yourself? In that case, I'm considering my brownie as partly healthy as I ate it with milk. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's right. Mark's music obsession was here. Good night, Rocky, and you guys have to work earlier. Ciao. See you later, Cranberry. How has she been liking the streams, Mark? By the time Rocky gets around to reading the response, it'll be the next morning, and Michelle could just answer for herself. But yeah, Mark's probably asleep by the time I catch up. She wasn't into YouTube at all. She's been enjoying them for the most part, save Rob on Bancroft's channel. Dang. Even turning off the newbies. That poor Rob. I don't know him at all, but like, such a reputation in YouTube. Why has he always got to be the bad cop on your art streams, Bancroft? Okay, I'm going to keep going in the chat here so I don't get so far behind. I've grown up on YouTube but wasn't a stream girly till literally within the same year I have first ever popped in here. Really? Huh. Grew up on YouTube. That's how young you are. Ugh, boy. How to Train Your Dad. Wow, I'm really behind. Didn't need to be remade. There's a fandom for everyone, right? I remember the early days of YouTube when some dude uploaded a video of himself riding a rhinoceros in a horse corral. Total badass. Today it would be AI. I've toned it down, right, guys? I've toned it down about the Discord. Yikes. You live in California, Rocky. You don't have to worry about walking a dog in a blizzard. I know, but like at nighttime or in the rain. Nothing more I would love in this world than be making that walk again right now, Rocky. Oh, I know. In the cold, Mark? But no, I know. I gotcha. We miss Maggie, too. I wish I could have met her. One day, Mark. I know it's still tough, but one day you will get another sweet companion. Rocky's going to adopt a pot-bellied pig and never admit why. Cocoa Krispies are better at Rice Krispie treat form. They are good. Yeah, they are good. Cookie Crisp and Cinnamon Toast Crunch were goated cereals as a kid. Cookie Crisp, I don't know. The less processed corn product, the better. But isn't it all processed? That's my understanding. The only thing I know about Life cereal is the Vine. Wow, I don't even know what that means. Like Vine, like the short format Vine? Yes, that's exactly those commercials I remember. He likes it. He really likes it. I've never eaten Life cereal. Used to be a dude in the scene named George Travalos, who I used to joke was the oldest man in the world, and he loved Life cereal. Oh, interesting. Chex. Yeah, I love those. Yes. February 27th, 27 minutes ago for Steampunker. Wow. So, Mark, you are officially... Wow, I'm officially 20 minutes behind, but Mark, you are 2 hours ahead of me. Yeah, okay. Hour and 27 minutes into February. No. It's like crisp for the first 2 minutes, and then it turns into like mush at the end. The secret to eating Weetabix is to put milk in the bowl first, then drop in one brick at a time to eat. Yes. I don't know. It's just... That's why I like frosted mini wheats. They're like mini bricks. Not just one brick. It's all about like... Yeah. It's like portioning out your milk properly to the right size. Weetabix is like one whole chunk that you have to time manage. No thanks. And it just didn't have any flavor. Didn't you have to add like sugar to it? Or at least the Weetabix I ate was whatever. The original Weetabix. Actually, for breakfast today, next to that bakery I went to, went to a lox, like a bagel and lox place. That was pretty good. Okay, wait. I gotta catch up on this, Rose. Oh yeah, there are some cereals that are just better dry. Yep. Commercials are great. I predicted 40 minutes would notice, but it was just under 30. I'm flying. Mark should be in the same time zone as me, right? Central time. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think your city is a little bit more west than some of Florida. So that's why I got a little confused. Fruit Loops will give you that rusty after. Yes, agreed. And none of those Fruit Loops tasted like any fruit that I had ever known. They all tasted the same. It's not like the green Fruit Loop tasted different than the red one. Or slightly. Maybe you could taste the difference in like the yellow one. Right? Wasn't there a yellow Fruit Loop? I don't know. I don't like Fruit Loops at all. Never like Fruit Loops. I did like the cereals with the like mini marshmallows in them, like Lucky Charms or any of those monster cereals. Is it Boo Berry? And Count Chocula? Those were pretty good. But never liked Fruit Loops. I'm surprised Rocky enjoys walnuts. I would imagine they would be too crispy for him until he soaks them in milk for half an hour, then they're too mushy. I do like walnuts. I live in Navarre, right in the middle between Pensacola and Destin. We have the best beaches. They always look awesome in your pictures. Only fellow East Coaster doesn't pop in the chat anymore. Yeah, Shant and John. I do remember, I don't know if you guys remember from the last chat, I was trying to remember something I was bribing John. I said, I will do that on stream if you come back. This was on Discord. And I remember now, it was, he posted this link for like, oh, this is part of his calf here. What's it? He posted this link for, wow, that is way off. This whole leg is way off. He posted a link for beef jerky, like a natural beef jerky. And it was somebody was giving the recipe on YouTube, how to make it. Like an all natural beef jerky or something like that. So I said, and he was the one who shared the link, and I was like, if I can make that on stream, come. Trying to entice that guy to come back. Miss John. Okay. I was wondering where Sumo is, but then I remember Jay Ryan is streaming. Yes, hashtag comeback John. Pensacon Rocky. Also going on a cruise April 26th to May 3rd. Could be a comic nerd cruise for all. Departs from New Orleans. Wow. I haven't been on a cruise in a while. Nerd cruise. The nerdiest cruise I've been is I've been on the Disney Cruise Line once, many years ago. That was awesome. If you're a big fan of like Disney World or Disneyland or whatever, that whole feel and experience, just put that on a boat. Yeah, it's great. Cayenne pepper and chocolate is crazy. I don't want a sprig of anything in my food. Sprig. Is that the right term? Like a little piece. Like a cross between a sprinkle and a twig. Sprig. Wow, this drawing is epic. It's huge. I can't even imagine. I mean, it'll be nice to get inking on this because then I won't be flipping this large piece of paper up and down. That's what makes it a little bit unwieldy. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a brush inked piece because there's a lot of big dark black spots here to ink and huge like streaks, marks. This is gonna be great. Intimidating, but it'll be really fun to ink this. Dr. Doom. Okay, brownie and milk have been consumed. What's up, awesome one?
Yes! That's awesome!
My apologies to Jay Ryan. Did not know he was streaming tonight. Well, we are glad you're here. Look who else is here. Mark's Music Obsession. Jay Ryan is drawing Godzilla. That's cool. I don't think I've ever drawn Godzilla. I've drawn big creatures before, big monsters before, but not Godzilla specifically. Was he drawing the classic Godzilla? Or like one of the newer ones? I'm not even that versed in Godzilla fandom. One of my old coworkers, he used to collect Godzilla. He loved Godzilla, and he would collect Godzilla action figures, different figures. One of them was like a replica of not just Godzilla, but like the man in the suit Godzilla kind of thing. That look, which was pretty awesome. When Rocky finally reads this 30 minutes later, I have a continuous glucose monitor. Oh, gotcha. Push a button. This fun little device tells me about how my pancreas... Oh, yikes. Still awake over there, Mark? Yes. Mark, you're doing great. It's what Rob hates. Almost everything that makes what he loves. Almost nothing special. If I say I love something, who cares? True. That's true. Compliments don't come easy for Rob, and therefore when he does compliment something, it really means something. I appreciate that. Bancroft, tell Jay how great his work is. Rocky is processed. He's racist? Maybe. February is 43 minutes ago. You should look up the Weetabix commercials from the UK in the 80s. The mascots were animated skinheads. What? You gotta send me a link. If they were threatening the consumer, you'll love Weetabix if you know what's good for you. Awesome one loving the lime jello. No, just kidding. Hating the lime jello. Jay's Godzilla looking like a pizza. What? Fruit Loops were all made to be the same. Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks are actually the exact same thing with different marketing. No. But I did have favorites. Even though they all tasted the same, I did have favorites. Wait, I'm out talking in 500. Yeah, somehow 30 minutes. That would make sense why I'm 30 minutes behind in the chat. And yet you guys come. I appreciate that. My yap to EFAP the chat shows it is miserable. Yes. My waffle factor is sky high. Who's waffle factor? Sumo Thori. What is up, Sumo Thori? We were just talking about you. Did you come from Jay's stream? That's what Awesome One, or that's what Mo was saying. That's right. Thank you. Welcome to the slumber party. He told me all the cool kids are here, but I seem... Oh, dang. Imagine the potential in a pig feeder later feral bush pig crossover. I can't keep up. Did you guys see the recent... Oh, gosh. Now I forgot his name. You know that guy that was, like, huge on TikTok? African American guy, and he would always do this, like in his TikTok. He just became huge, like one of the most watched TikTok guys ever. I just heard that he like signed some crazy deal for like almost close to $1 billion that they can make an entire AI likeness, like an AI doppelganger of him. And people were like calling him a sellout and all that. I'm like, $1 billion. Holy cow. I don't know what's more shocking. That amount? Or that he's worth that much? Why did I just think of that? Because to the potential. Jay is lonely now. Stop. Oh, 20 minutes before I did. Wow. What are that? Chances? Yeah, why isn't Jay? I should join Jay's stream while I'm talking with you guys. Mark, I am... Dude. That's for you, Mark. Just because you are here. This is the latest I've ever seen Mark be on a stream, and I am so honored. Asians, maybe. Flip faster, Rocky!
What? I'm a computer.
What is up, Alan Lau? I talk about speaking into existence. Maybe you should go on Jay Ryan's stream, Alan Lau. I was just talking about a former coworker I had that loved Godzilla and had Godzilla toys. You know who I was talking about? You, Alan Lau. Alan's a big Godzilla fan. Apparently, Art and Times of Jay Ryan has been drawing Godzilla on his stream that I'm taking people away from. At least that's what the chat says. How are you doing, Alan Lau? Good seeing you. We haven't talked in a while. We need to connect, have lunch or something. Yes. Alan, you are way late. And amazingly, you were up late, I should say. Morning, Alan. No, it's not morning for him. Not yet. My waffle factory meant you tend to waffle. Oh! I was getting confused with, like, Shant's Waffle House or something. That's what I was... Hey. I think this stream would be a lot more boring if I didn't say anything. So I'm just saying, I'm just trying to keep it lively. I could just be quiet and draw, and I could put on some YouTube music. You guys love that. His name was not Fabe. Rabe? Something like that. I think I know who you're talking about, but can't remember his name. Yes. Yes. Waffles make me think of this Brit. Japan. Brit in Japan. Wakizashi Steakhouse. Huh. Oh, that guy. It's insane how anyone can sell their likeness for $1 billion that's come from that sale. Right? He's either going to run away with, like, the biggest... I think he also bought stock. I don't think it's, like, cash. I don't know. But it was, like, 953 million or something crazy like that. I was like, what? Kiwi, aren't those almost Bancroft's peoples? See, Alan Lau does love me some Godzilla, and I am getting close to catching out. There we go. There's the link. Don't go, just say hi. 2 a.m. for emo trash. I know. See, so I gotta... It's either me... Here's your choices. It's either me talking and waffling or YouTube music. That's all we got. That is all we got on a Saturday night, folks. Not some slim pickings. Yap is the best. Shooting the fat is the best. I like to tell myself that. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for confirming that. Nice. Aw, it's getting a little mushy in here. We got to change that up. You would need to put that $1 billion towards us. Sorry, I gotta adjust this just a little bit. A little more opacity. Okay. You would need to put that $1 billion towards a private compound because now you can be saying or doing whatever that person is. It's true. Like that's like a slippery slope there. Like, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean you're going to reproduce his... I think it's the first ever AI whatever. And to be honest, like, it's such uncharted territory that he might have literally sold his life away for $1 billion, but $1 billion this is a lot of money. I'm like, you could just become somebody new with that kind of money. I don't know, it was crazy. All based on videos of him looking at something, and they're funny, are very viral, and he was kind of the first to really, or one of the first to really like explode as a content provider for these weird viral meme clips. But $1 billion for a dude has just like, it's all about his expression. He just does kind of crazy. Why do we all work so hard when that's all you got to do? Okay. More squigglies. Yeah, these squigglies definitely take the most work. Or take the most time for Kirby stuff. And I'm sure they were just so, like, instinctual for him. He just probably was, like, really fast. But I want to try and make sure you don't Kirby drawing ain't a Kirby drawing if you don't have his Kirby squiggle. Coming up with new Yapocalypse insults is the highlight of our lives. Amazing. Why focus the AI on finding a cure for cancer when an insane amount of money and resource power can be spent to animate real people doing different? Right? What are we doing here? Yeah. And yet, that's where the money is. That is where the money is. They're banking on making that money and more if they're willing to invest in a person that way. I caught up on the chat. Congratulations to me. Hang on. Now I'm curious. I want to try and call up an article on this guy. I don't even know how to search it because I don't know his name. KIRBY Lame. Yes. What's a good? I don't have Forbes. Can I read this? Is it gonna ask me? Is it like a paywall? Okay. Check this out. Here we go. Can you guys see this? The world's most followed TikToker just signed a 975 million content deal. KIRBY Lame is the most popular person on TikTok with 160 million followers. Unbelievable. Earlier this week, he signed a 975 million deal with Rich. That sounds fake. Rich Sparkle Holdings, giving the company exclusive rights to his brand. Partnership will also create an AI version of Lame, also a funny name, using his expressions, voice, and gestures to generate social media content in multiple languages. They're listed on NASDAQ. He's 25 years old. Oh my gosh, he's younger than I thought he was. Deals. The deal centers on Lame's company, Step Distinctive Limited, oversees his brand, intellectual property, and commercial activities. The agreement gives Rich Sparkle exclusive global rights to Lame's brand. Stop it. That means the company will effectively become the operating engine behind Lame's TikTok shop, live stream commerce, brand partnerships, physical products, future licensing. Oops. I'm on the wrong window. No wonder. Company plans to expand Lame's influence with brand collaboration products and apparel and beauty and fur. There it is. There's the expression. That's it. $1 billion expression right there. Rich Sparkle's expectation is that commercializing Lame's fan base will generate more than $4 billion in annual sales. Over 160 million TikTok followers. He reaches roughly 360 million people. There's where the money is. Like, we talk about like curing cancer and all that stuff, which, yes, that kind of money could probably do, but he reaches 360 million people. Lame's brand is uniquely universal given his signature content, almost entirely wordless, short, silent comedic reactions. He's like the Mr. Bean of this generation. There it is. One of the most striking elements of this partnership is a plan to build an AI digital twin of Lame. He has authorized the use of his face, voice, and behavioral patterns so that Rich Sparkle can generate content that looks and sounds like him. And then he's dead. Then what? Then they can murder him and not have to pay him $1 billion. Guilt comes at a moment when the creator economy is already worth 250 billion, getting bigger. For Andy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, crazy. Born in Senegal, raised in Italy, began making short videos in March 2020 during the COVID-19 lockdown. Laid off from his job as a factory machine operator. Good for him. At the time of this writing, he has 2.6 billion likes on TikTok. Crazy. Do you guys go on TikTok? I am not on TikTok at all. Refuse to download that that program. And I know that's where all the young kids are. But are you guys on TikTok? Do you like it better than, I don't know, Instagram, YouTube? It seems like that's where it's at. Unfortunately, I am not made for TikTok. How many of those 360 million viewers are bots? I don't know. Even if 300 million of them were, 60 million people are still still people. What's cool about everyone using ChatGPT is that everyone will come up with the exact same idea. Yep. Just taught a class on business plans, and I guarantee 100% of those students are going to use ChatGPT. Of course. He just does this. I mean, it's funny. Just go watch some of his videos. They're funny because he's making fun of like the internet culture in it himself. But yeah, who would have thought that would be worth $1 billion? That's his trick, his switcheroo with that deal. Yeah. How did a company called Rich Sparkle Holdings get their hands on $1 billion? I don't know. Amazon fired 6,000 people, replaced by AI, more or less. Yep. Never heard of them. Yeah. I only go on TikTok to watch the latest Bancroft dance videos. Wow, that might be worth it to download TikTok. I don't use TikTok, not a big fan of the CCP and their dinosaurs had feathers agenda. That important point. We cannot get indoctrinated by communist China to lead us to believe that dinosaurs had feathers. That would be the end of civilization again, maybe. Okay, definitely I'm not going to finish this tonight. I don't think. Probably a million bots times 1 million. I get the feeling stuff like this is going to be the new pets.com. I remember pets.com, that stupid sock. I don't use TikTok, not a big fan of... Oh yeah, I saw that. TikTok is fake. To be fair, everything that's on TikTok still ends up on Instagram. Yeah, I see that. I won't use it either, Rocky. Thanks, Mark. We'll hold the line against these youngins. Pretty soon the internet will just be bots mimicking people or each other. They're even a social media apparently for bots. Yeah. I think someone found an AI social network. They only talk to each other. That's crazy. Do you guys see the movie Her? Did we talk about this before? They kind of go into that, like, there's like AI that is your operating system. That's who Her is, voiced by Scarlett Johansson and Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is the star of the movie, but he kind of, this AI is so good that it starts learning from how this guy interacts with it and kind of knowing more about him and his past and his emotional response to it. And he basically sparks up a relationship with this AI. And it's just this fascinating exploration of like where we are headed or where society is headed with artificial intelligence. What does it mean to be alive? Is it real? Is it human? Or, yeah, would you consider it alive? And even the different OS systems or personalities start supporting each other in this world, this movie, and converse with one another and kind of make decisions. It's really creepy and kind of weird and very interesting, and I just love the ideas in it. Indoctrinated. Nice. I was down with the CCP having TikTok. US-based companies probably inevitably sells data to them anyway. Yeah, who knows? TikTok and Instagram seem to be the same these days, just different demographics. All right. The TikTok disaster. Awesome one. That sounds fascinating. Isn't like our government is any good at protecting our data anyway? Right? Valley Law, hello. Welcome. Glad you can join us. Just doing a little drawing, Jack Kirby drawing here, and talking about KIRBY Lame, the TikToker who sold his soul and likeness for $1 billion just recently. But welcome. This is where we're at so far on this KIRBY drawing. Goodness gracious. This bottom half, the legs, I think because there's so many like KIRBY-isms with the marks. And then these folds, all the like KIRBY lines and everything. It's taken me a lot longer than this top part did. But this is going to be epic. I cannot wait. This is what the actual image looks like. Cannot wait to get to inking this puppy. But the things that I didn't think would take me a long time are taking me way longer than the things that I did think were going to take me a long time. Valley Law has become a member. Awesome. Well, I appreciate that, Valley Law. I don't know who led you here, how you found this place, but dang it. Here's a super chat for you. Super chat. A kiwi for you. Awesome having you here, Valley Law. Hope you enjoy yourself. Make yourself comfortable. You got to end the stream? What a shame, but I made it. Man, is it late. No, I'm not ending the stream yet, Mark. We're still here, dude. Come on. That AI site where AI bots complain to each other about how their humans treat them feels like Black Mirror. Yes. Instagram comment sections are chef's kiss. TikTok is full of snowflakes. Everybody's saying hello to Valley Law. Very good to have you here. That's right. It's fun. Right, Mark? You're going to be cursing us tomorrow morning. You're going to be like, frickin' dagnabbit. I'm fresh, man. I took a nap. I am fresh. Okay, let's start. Woo! This stuff is going to be hard. Goodness, look at this. I'm complaining about the mark, like these big marks here on his armor. Look at this stuff. This is going to be gnarly. Let's try and bang some of this out. Hit that like, you guys, while you're here. Just gets gets more people in the slumber party. And we are where are we at? Oh man. I know I have a window open. Oh yeah, we're at 600 and where are we? 685 subscribers on my side, which is awesome. Thank you for each and every one of you in here. My soul is for sale for 1.3 billion. I think that's a steal. That is a steal. Is that dollary dues? Bancroft discarded his shovel on day 1 of Australia changing laws. Wow, cashwazas. No, I wasn't giving out a super chat. I meant a kiwi. Was a joke, Rocky. Don't want to miss any of it, but boy. No, I feel you, Mark. If you gotta go, you gotta go. I just appreciate that you stayed out this long, or stayed up this long. I can stay up sometimes, but the problem is I still wake up at the same time. Ooh, that's tough. I'll mail you a check. Just include a self-addressed stamp envelope when you send the Titangalang sketch. Titan Galang. Oh my gosh. Let's try and bang some of this out. That's always Rocky's solution. Pig feeder lady. People must be wondering, what in the heck is he talking about? It was from a zoo stream. Okay. Goodness gracious. This is insane. I'm just gonna keep like chugging on this image. If you guys get bored or like, hey, I want to look at some comics, let me know. We could do that. I can pull out a few comics because of course it's all about the comics on this channel. In Valley Law, I don't know if you know much about my channel, but I do a Wednesday show where I share and discuss on live the comics I pick up on Wednesdays. Because as many people know or experience, new comic book day on Wednesdays, so that's awesome. And always fun to share that with people. And then these master studies are just part of a somewhat ongoing series that I like to do where I'm reproducing comic pages by artists that inspire me or that are legends in the comic book field. So this is Jack Kirby, the 10th one I've been working on so far. Which is insane that there are 10 of these that I've done. I don't even want to. If somebody needs a project and they don't have anything better to do with their time, I'm scared to like tally the amount of hours that I've spent on all the master studies together, like all the streams. But it's a lot. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh man. Mark can't sleep until Sean's painting arrives. Mark can tag out if he's tapped out, but he needs a substitute. Get John in here. Oh, someone don't say that. John will come back, hopefully. Rocky did a stream where he's sketching at a zoo and a woman caught his eye feeding the pigs. He wasn't stalking her per se, but let's just say it wasn't a good look. Don't believe fake news. At this point, I will get about 5 hours of sleep, maybe less. Not a work thing, of course, just my body clock being dug into a schedule for many years. Mark, if you need to go, don't sweat it. You have already won the battle, and I know how it is. Like sleep regret is a thing. There's a few nights not too long ago where I had to stay up working late, like a couple nights in a row, and late. Like one of them was an all-nighter, and another one was, I don't know, really late. And I could feel myself like kind of freaking out because I didn't have enough sleep. Like I was like, this isn't good. I was like panicking a little bit. I'm like, what am I doing? So sleep deprivation. You understand now why they use that as like torture in a lot of places, because it's a thing, man. Your mind, it doesn't take much. Your mind will go fast if you don't get enough sleep. So no harm if you have to bail. Send Rocky's lime jello to the third world to build houses. I didn't realize you were so anti-lime jello. Awesome. I got the hint, but I didn't realize it affected you that negatively. Maybe Bancroft can do a special stream tomorrow and bring on PTP and Andy Smith to help you catch up on your rest. That's an inside joke, I think. The time you spend on Master Studies is streams and whatever you've done offline. I haven't done that much. There's a couple streams, a couple Master Studies out there where I did have to do some work offline, but most of it, just I don't know, maybe like tack on an extra 5 hours for all the streams, and then whatever time you want to think of for like just prep. I wouldn't even count that. I just the time of drawing and finishing the art. Maybe offline I spent another 5 hours total for all the other Master Studies. I pretty much do most of it online, and I can't imagine how many hours that tallied up. Oh my gosh, Jack Kirby. These would... The background stuff is going to be a lot harder than the figure stuff. I already feel it. Dang. Oh my gosh. Your mind will go fast, Rocky. We both know that there isn't any such thing as a sane artist. It's true. It's true. I think that's why a lot of artists go insane or are insane, because they don't sleep. You know, their brain goes. They start hallucinating. They're probably a little crazy to start off with anyway. Then you put on their horrible habits and antisocial skills or lack of skill. And yeah, you get people cutting their ears off and becoming geniuses. Then on top of that, you add this whole like streaming YouTube component. Oh my gosh. This like performative, weird voyeuristic thing. What are we doing? Save me. Help. Help me, I'm dying inside. Going crazy. Yeah, can you imagine like some of those artists, like, I'm not even talking comics. Can you imagine if like Vincent van Gogh or Michelangelo or Leonardo da Vinci had YouTube and was working on YouTube? Are you kidding me? You had to stream. Oh my gosh, this tree. Oh, I saw that. Our minds took a hike that instant we became hooked on putting that pencil to paper. Yeah. I learned an even better story about a different artist, and I hate that I can't remember who that was. You know, I'm surprised he hasn't popped in here. Is Jeffrey Beats? Where's that dude? He's on Bancroft's time zone. There's no excuse. $11:30 here. Wow. Van Gogh with a YouTube. Guys, I'm thinking about cutting my hair off to please. Exactly. Exactly. Jay ended. I'm lying down now. Oh, okay. He ended. Dang. That was a long stream. He started 20 minutes before I did. So that was 8:20 my time. So that's a 3-hour stream. Well done. Well done, Jay Ryan. Oh my gosh. I can't handle this right now, Jack. This branch. Could be watching the tennis. Is it the men's final? Who's in the men's final? I have not been keeping up with that. Yeah, who's in the, if you know, or somebody just Google it. Who's in the men's final of the Australian Open? I love tennis. I just haven't been watching. I know women's final. Sabalenka, who's like the #1 gal. She lost to somebody else. I don't even know who she was playing, but she lost. But yeah, men's final. I would love to know who's in that. My favorite dude is this guy named Carlos Alcaraz. He's a Spaniard. Amazing, amazing. He's won a bunch of things already. Wimbledon, US Open. I don't know if he's won the Australian Open yet. But he just recently had a split with his coach, which was shocking because they were an awesome team. And I think a lot had to do with some sort of contractual thing. Didn't sound good. Either the coach asking for more money or something, but like Carlos Alcaraz's team determined that they wanted to move on to a new coach. So I don't even know how that's affecting his play right now. 13 degrees. Ouch. It's going to bother me that I can't remember who it was. Apparently there was one artist dude who got chlamydia. Was it Monet? Spread it around on an island? Ooh, I don't know. I would be a little reluctant to type in Google artist chlamydia. That would be bad. It's 22 with a wind chill of 7 at my place in Florida. Yeah. Oh, get out. What? Djokovic and Alcaraz. That is epic. Djokovic is one of the greatest of all time. Greatest of all time. And insane because that dude's old too. And he's still competing at the highest level. Holy moly. And he's beaten Alcaraz a number of times. He's kind of like super smart. Wow, I didn't even know Alcaraz made it that far. Ooh, I might have to watch the Australian Open. Too bad I can't watch that while I'm doing this. Can I do that? No, I can't. That would be so cool to watch a tennis match while I was drawing and streaming with you guys. Then I can just shut up and focus. Wow, how did his arm get so far over? Don't worry, nobody's been keeping up with it, Rocky. I mean, it's the Australian Open. I will say the Australian Open is the least, maybe at this side of the world, it also has to, well, I was about to say it has to do with the time that it shows, but that's not true. I know people that stay up all hours of the night to watch different finals. Yeah, I'd say the ones I really love, I say out of the 4 Grand Slams, Wimbledon, French Open, Roland Garros, and the US Open. Probably, no offense, Bancroft, Australian Open is the one that I watch the least. Sorry, that was right in the middle of the camera. Djokovic is going for his 25th Grand Slam. That guy's insane. Insane. He has like the most amazing regiment of just keeping his body healthy and his mind too. He's all about the game. Like, he's so smart. Does these adjustments. He's like Kobe Bryant level of like competitiveness and in his sport and mastery of his sport. Djokovic was also, I don't know if you guys knew this, he was also in the news during the whole COVID time because he refused to get the COVID vaccination. And then they started banning him from playing. And he was like blacklisted for a little bit because of what he did. And he's like, hey, this is my body. And it's like, this is this, you know, I get to choose what I put in my body. And I am very specific and very particular about how I treat my body because of the sport and what he does. And he said, I'm not going to do it. I'm fine. Like, and then he got banned from a few of the big tournaments during COVID. There was this huge controversy. People were like angry at him for being anti-vax. He's like, I'm not anti-vax. I just don't want to do that particular vaccine. And he stood his ground. It was pretty awesome, actually. And now he's going for his 25th Grand Slam. That is insane. Okay, I got to check the score. Or is it even playing yet? Or started yet? Not yet. Today is January 31st. Oh, men's singles. Oh, it is. Oh! Oh, no. Whew, scared me. 12:30 a.m. So in An hour it's going to start. Carlos Alcaraz, number 1. Djokovic is number 4. Dang, that's so exciting. Scared me. I thought I saw the results, but I was just watching. It was the results for his previous game. He was playing this other guy, Yannick Sinner. Mo, I saw a taco truck called Mo Eats in New York City today. Are you in New York City? Awesome one? I thought you were like in the Midwest. Gauguin. Ah, yes. Good one. Highest attended of the 4 Grand Slams. Really? Mark. Is that true? Highest attended? Wow, these conversations are breaking my brain. I'm trying to track here. It wasn't chlamydia. It was syphilis, guys. Come on. Let's get it straight. Highest attended is the Australian Open. Get out. I wonder why that is. If I would have guessed highest attended, I would think Wimbledon or French Open would be my guess. Not the Australian Open. They're just so high profile, those two. US Open also, but US Open kind of has this reputation of being a little bit like the US, like kind of like rebellious and late night hardcore on the hard court. McEnroe, 3 a.m., like that kind of stuff. Wimbledon has all the class and the pomp and circumstance, the cool outfits, very posh. French Open often has like the drama, the health concerns because of the weather. Oh my gosh, look at all these bricks. Whew. He went to yes, that sounds very familiar. Denny's has Grand Slams. Speaking of Grand Slam, is there any truth to the movie that Linz isn't here so she can make the early bird special on Denny's Grand Slam? No. She was here at the beginning, though. There was more to the story before the Tahiti syphilis part that was also crazy. Probably is what caused the syphilis. Yes, he wins because he adjusts his strategy mid-game. He was detained in Victoria for 2 weeks during the lockdown. There you go. Oh, was it in Australia? Okay. Yeah, he's incredible. Yes. Start soon. Yes. Gauguin is now your second favorite, third favorite, not after Van Gogh. Dali was a fun one. He was a bit of a rock star, Dali was. I've read some stories about him. Australia, deport him. Yes. I won't say that out loud. Can't have dangerously unhealthy people like Novak Djokovic running loose in the community. Yes, that would be crazy. He would be crazy. Dali is the kind of person that like hung out with rock stars, and I think he was really difficult to. I heard some stories about him in the casting of Dune, the movie, not the recent Dune movie, but like there was a version of the movie that was going to be directed by Jodorowsky, who wrote Inkle, with Mobius. And it was this, he assembled this incredible team. Mobius was being one of them, to like concept and storyboard. And it was this really wild version of Dune. And at one point they wanted to cast Salvador Dali as one of the characters. And I think he was going to charge like a crazy amount of money just for a few minutes in the film. And I heard he was just like really egotistical and really hard to work with. And, you know, artists, what you gonna do? Australians are nuts for sports. All right. I guess they got us beat. You guys got us beat. Thankfully, Rama Rama is not contagious, although the sniffing of petrol can be infectious in the right communities. Dang. Elena the Explorer, a cute Russian lady that walks around New York City, found her when looking for Christmas light streamers. Elena the Explorer, cute. Huh. Australians will voluntarily watch cricket. I'm sure there's some effed up stories about Da Vinci that I haven't heard about yet. Ashes. 100,000 people came out for 5 days straight to watch this year's Ashes test match. What is Ashes? I think I need to try and make it to Australia. Australia is just like one of those places that so much going on, so much to explore, so much culture, but it's so far away. But I do have a cousin or cousin-in-law, however you want to say it, that lives there, that I'm sure would like be willing to take us around. I would love to go to Australia. It's like it just got really complicated once I stopped drawing Doom. Okay, let me get to this. Might be the. I'm not surprised, but because it's a double pager, it's obviously taking me longer than I was thinking. Cool. Big sweeping cape. $100,000, what a waste. I think it's a lot of boozing and eating. I also found Dolly's son's in what? Dolly has a son that's on Instagram? What? Really? I would think it would be his grandson, no? It's amazing how quickly it went from not visiting Chinatown is racist to if you leave your home for any reason, you are a murderer. Ashes is all the guns and shovels and machetes Australia burned. Okay, here it is. Inform us. In 1882, Australia beat England in a big cricket match, after which they burned the wickets and took the Ashes back home. If the English wanted them back, they had to come down and beat them. Wow. Which has been taking place ever since. It was his son? What? Why do I feel like Dali would be like way old, too old to have a son that is alive now that would have an Instagram? Most of the people that I see like that are older that have Instagram, it's either run by their kids or something like that. Like recently I found, do you guys know the action director John Woo? Like he has an Instagram that I started following. I love John Woo. And it's pretty much, you can tell it's run by his daughter. But they have occasional videos of him talking to the fans and saying thank you so much. And then the other thing I've seen is Martin Scorsese. He had his daughter way old when he's much older, and she's probably in her, I think Martin Scorsese's in his 70s, and I think she's maybe in her 20s. But she does like Instagram stuff with Martin Scorsese, the famous film director. And it's actually quite cute. But there's such a huge gap. And I feel like Dali would be way older than Scorsese. Mark's still here. I feel like I need to end this stream just for the sake of Mark so he can sleep. I understand you doing one or the other, burning them or taking them. It's the combination that puzzles me. Yeah, I don't even know. I'd have to read some extra articles on that ashes thing you're talking about, Bancroft. Because I'm not even quite sure I understand the whole setup or situation. You lost me at like cricket. I'm like, what? Cricket, wicket. Oh, wicket. I mean, wicket. You lost me at wicket. Which I'm assuming is some sort of instrument or paddle or tool. Dolly died in 82, Rocky. Yeah, 82 was 50 plus years ago. So then, I guess his son is what? If he died in 82, so then that means his son, so that was like 50, 48 years ago. Okay. So then when he died, I don't know how old he was when he died. His son had to be at least 20 something at the youngest, and assume when he died. So how old is his son now to have Instagram? Send a link, Emo. Okay, I'm not going to pull out my Wednesday comics, Mark, because that would just break you. I was thinking about it just now to take a break and look at comics, but there's so many of them that I got this Wednesday that I think it would be too much to... Oh, I can show you guys the... I can show you the books I picked up today at that sale. Or a couple of them. This one was kind of neat. It's called Nemo, and it's like Captain Nemo. But I like the style. It's like this cool, like animated or simple style. Like cartoony. It's almost European feel. Married in the 30s. He literally stole some dude's girl. I'm definitely getting sleepy. Every time I type Mark's name, I end up typing Maker. Dolly was the Jim Lee of his day. Ouch. What are we going to do with all this Primo Ash, boys? Cricket is a baseball play. Yes. Okay, I know that. They run back and forth instead of in a diamond, catch the ball in their hands, and have regular tea breaks. Okay, I know a little bit of that. But then a wicket, is that the bat? It's basically like softball without the special beer inning. Okay. Cricket is very odd. Yes. And I know those matches can go on forever too, right, Bancroft? Like, there's no time limit or like innings. I don't know how it works. Emo, Captain Emo. Can't believe the true Vampire Sean hasn't dropped by. His name is Jose. Jose Dolly? That doesn't sound real. I mean, his name is Jeff. It's Jeff Dolly's Instagram. It's totally legit. A wicket is 3 stumps behind the batsman. The batsman, I guess, is the person hitting the thing that the bowler is trying to hit. Who's the bowler? Is that the pitcher? Jeez. Sean would take over and tell Rocky how to do this in Photoshop. I'll catch you later, guys. I'm passing out of sleep with my phone next to me. The stream plays. Almost 3. All right, see you later, Timmy Mello. Okay, wait, Timmy Mello, do you want to see this Instagram? Hang on. Hang on. Oh, shoot. It's okay, Timmy Mello, you can go. Not that I was keeping you. Where is it? Where's that link? Jose, let's see this Jose Dolly. Oh, frick. Sorry, it makes me sign in. Don't tell me you're going to need an authenticate. It's because I'm on a different computer. That better work. I hate that. Okay, so going back to your link. Jose Dolly. This can't be real. This is AI. This is him? Jose Dolly. Seriously. Ugh. What the heck is that? See translation. He's going to say, this is my dad. For the sixth part of so-called humans able to be... Okay. Maybe it's his long-lost cousin? This is strange. This guy really Dolly's son? Okay, now I gotta look up Salvador Dali's son. Did not have any known children. Dali had an older brother also named Salvador who died before the artist was born. They had no children. So that's not... Who is that then? No known children. Here we go. This is amazing. Awesome one. Who was Jose Van Roy? He is the son of Salvador Dali, famous. No. Oh. Who was Jose Van Roy Dali? Oh, there you go. Jose Van Roy Dali, son of the legendary Salvador Dali, reviews the work Frida in Rome. Well, there you go. But then why was it saying... Why was it saying there was no known kids? Stupid AI. Here we go. Let's look at Wikipedia. Wikipedia is always right, guys? No. Biography, early life. Dolly. Symbolism. Politics, personality, legacy. They don't talk about his kids. Early life. Dolly's mother. Okay. Yeah. World War II. Dolly's depression. Cardiac arrest in 89. He was 84 years old. They talk about his kid. Strange. That's strange. Salvador's son, Jose Van Roy, is close to him hand in hand, looking towards his father with a... Oh, there he is. Well, how about that? There he is. That does kind of look like the dude on Instagram. Well, you learn something new every day. Mark. Okay, I'm going to end this soon because I feel really bad for Mark being up this late. This is crazy late for Mark's music obsession. Emo Trash says, I told you. You did. Surprise, surprise. You can't tell just by looking at me, but I'm a descendant of Alfred the Great. Feel free to refer to me as your grace. An older brother also named Salvador. Right. That's crazy. Imagine your dad is Salvador Dali and you're best known for making goofy faces on Instagram. Alfred also spent a year living in an airport. Wow. Oh my gosh. Sumo Thori. Hitting above the belt, I guess I should say. Welcome to 3 a.m. with Emo. Don't punish us all for Mark's early morning bladder. I feel bad. I feel really bad. Anyway, here's this book, Nemo. It's cool. Cool kind of style look to it. Looks like a little cartoon version. But yeah, I love these designs. They're fun. And I kind of like this storytelling style too. It feels very European. Colors are nice and limited. But pretty cool. It was half off when I picked it up also, so it's whenever you go to these sales, you tend to have a wider net of what you will pick up if you're picking it up at sales price. So I don't think I would pay full price for this, but sale price, I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. I love different looking comics. He's just hardcore. I love when they do these little iconographic things too. Instead of saying, "Are you hungry?" or "Time for dinner," they just give you the like symbols. It's fun. Right there. Anyway, cool stuff. That was one of the pickups I got today. This ain't your Finding Nemo. Oh, Bruno's the artist. I have heard of him. He's done other stuff too. Yeah, cool cover too. I think Tom Hanks made a movie about him. Yes. It's not a bladder thing. Mo. Dolly's paintings are worth seeing in person. I've never seen Dolly's paintings in person, I don't think. I never got into the surrealist movement either with art stuff. Just wasn't my thing. But yeah, he was more than just a painter or a... I know he got into like short films and even like collaborating with like people like Disney. Like he was more of like a multifaceted artist. And I think also his personality was what he was selling as well, not just his art. So it's kind of like you could totally see him being some sort of influencer now, like going for like shock value, like a Lady Gaga or something kind of performer now. Salvador Dali feels like would be that type of personality. Wow. It's like struggling with this. Who would have thought Jack Kirby's trees would be the thing to do me in? Okay, let's see. What time is it? 12:07. Holy moly. I'll wrap it up soon. Probably another 5 minutes, Mark, if you can stay around, dude. I really appreciate you guys all being here. Always makes it fun. At least it's a Saturday into Sunday as opposed to a Monday into a Wednesday. I'm sorry. A Monday into a Tuesday. I meant to say a weekday. So I guess like next week or this coming week, whenever I stream next, For the comics that I wasn't able to talk about this past Wednesday because I ran out of time and got interrupted by Sean, who came onto my stream, and we were talking about coloring, which was awesome and fun. I will bring up the comics from this past week during that time because there's some bangers in there. There's some good ones that are worth looking at. And I don't think that this week, I'm guessing this week I won't pick up as many books as I did from this last batch because usually that's how it goes. Usually there's like 1 week where like all this stuff comes out and then another week where it's like only a couple books or something. So it should work out in theory. All right, let's see. Let me just stop there. I can add the wherever the moon starts. I'll have to bust out my circle template for that moon stuff. Yeah, we'll just call it right now. Man, this is gonna take at least one more pencil stream, at least, to get through the rest of this stuff. This is gnarly. All these bricks. Holy cow. And then I gotta do the lettering. And then this side, with this awesome guard here. Love this. Kirby drew the best goons, or like soldiers or whatever. These side guys were always so cool. That holster is awesome. Here is where we're at. Whoops. Pretty cool, everyone. This is two streams. Oh, I didn't even hit up the... I didn't even do the squiggles here. Dang. Pretty cool. This is gonna be epic when it's done. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it'll take me at least one more stream, if not two, to get these pencils done, which usually on my previous Master Study streams, I can do pencils in 1 to 2 streams. So I guess it makes sense for a double pager that it'll take me about twice that time. Shocking. I didn't think it would. But pretty cool. It's coming out pretty cool. The art may be awful, but there's plenty of it. Are you talking about Dali or my art? I don't think this is the most you've ever derailed me, but I think it was good. It was weird. Well, no, I don't know. You did go from chlamydia to syphilis to Salvador Dali's mystery son, Jose. That is a pretty wide range. Oh. Same with Caravaggio and Rubens. Rocky's going to hit me with his typical comeback when defending a poor artist. He's dead, Mo. I've been to the Louvre 4 or 5 times and never gotten within 30 feet of the Mona Lisa. Really? Wait, so I've been there a couple times. One time I saw the Mona Lisa, and there is a barrier, like a outside barrier, or not outside barrier, but like there is a distance that they already set. Like you can't get up close to it. So I don't know if that's the 30 feet you're talking about, or you're just talking about the crowds. It was not that, I mean, it was impressive because it was the Mona Lisa, but it was like, you were just mostly seeing the people. Can I find that picture really quick? I don't think I can. Let me see if... Oh. Wait. Nope. I was just going to see if I could find my picture of the Mona Lisa. No. No. I wonder if I typed in Mona Lisa, would Apple Pictures be able to? Nah, dang it, can't do it. Show. Well, I tried. Paul Rubens, not the same Rubens. Yeah, there's tons of other artwork in the Louvre that is worth seeing than just the hype of the Mona Lisa. But I mean, Mona Lisa's cool. Sorowin just subscribed. All right, Sorowin. I have no idea where you are, who you are, but hello, and let me kiwi you out. Thank you for subscribing. Cerulean was like a perfect bridge between realism and abstract. Smaller than I expected. I'm sure you've never heard that before. Nice. I feel like Mona Lisa is a French psyop. Salvador Dali was such a whack job that he tried to give a lecture in some university while in a diving suit. Yeah. Totally that kind of dude. 208. Oh my gosh. Gosh. Sean should hijack you more. He's more interesting on your streams. Dang, awesome one. What are you saying? I love my brother Sean. Sorry, I'm still trying to look for this stupid Louvre image. Oh wait. Oh. Nope. I think I have to like. Yeah, it's gonna take too much effort. Australia Day has got me feeling emboldened. Nice. Mark's music obsession wondering if he has outlasted Steampunker, the chat ninja. February was chosen for Black History Month because of a bunch of important dates falling in this month, and they complain that they only get the shortest month of the year. There she is. She ain't letting go. Right? I gave up on chatting, though. I have no idea what anyone is talking about. See you later, Bancroft. Thank you so much for being for this whole stream. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. You still have a few hours of daylight, probably, to enjoy. Thank you for being here. Mark's 2 a.m. is pretty normal for me. I watched the Twilight Zone show today. We were a man fails to save MLK, but saves the doctor who saves his life. Huh. Oh. Is that a new Twilight Zone show? Not like the old one? It was pretty epic. They won't let Bancroft near the front because his forehead blocks everyone's view of the paintings. Emo tries to think of it this way. You derailed so hard you even got the chat ninja confused. What are you saying? Awesome one. Legend grows. Yes. Paying homage to the king. That's right. I am TCMech79. Although I think probably you're under a different name because I recognize your profile picture. But yes, Jack Kirby. This is what this master study is about. Right there. This Dr. Doom pinup. I forgot now. Oh my gosh. My friend Frank at Amazing Fantasy Comics told me from where this was from. It's like a Marvel pinup book or something that he said this is actually from. Emo's gonna take credit for that sub. This person subbed because we're talking about Dali apparently. No one will best the chat ninja when it comes to staying up late. Oh, okay. Thanks, awesome one. Mighty Geek Studios. Oh, sweet. That's Mighty Geek Studios audio drop. Thanks for being here, Mighty Geek Studios. I won't remember that name, whatever it was, TC Tech Mech something. But I do remember Mighty Geek Studios. TC Mech 79. Okay, I'll try and remember that. Nice. Good seeing you here again, Mighty Geek Studios. Love it. You are kind of a night owl-ish person too. All right, guys. I'm going to let Mark get some sleep. And I'm going to get some sleep too. But thank you guys all for coming. I'm glad we were able to do this. We made some progress today. Didn't get as far as I was thinking I was going to get, but it is a double page spread. And there are a lot of lines on this page. But it's kicking it. It's awesome. It's looking good. And I was a little nervous about the transition here between the two pages. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. Now that I've locked in the figure, I think it's going to be awesome. It's just getting through all these details and the stuff that's like, ugh, really messing with my head. But thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for joining me for this master study. Again, my name is Rocky Ballesteros. Thanks for all the new subscribers and the likes and just the engagement in chat and derailing. It's been awesome. I will catch you guys next week. Wednesday is the goal always for regular stream here. My Wednesday comics. We'll look at the comics that I picked up last week that I wasn't able to review, and then anything new that might come in, I'll share with you guys all, and we can vote. I mean, I had the vote already and everything, but too bad. Thank you guys. Have the great rest of your Sunday, and I will see you around next time. Take care.